Yeah, and I guess that'll lead up into whether or not I'm a good human being or not.
Hey, peasants are humans too.
Yeah, the fact that we call them peasants, it might lead
I
us to,
mean, I feel I'm in that category too. I'm a peasant. I don't even have a fan to turn off. So
no,
you
no.
can at least do the good morning, Julia. It's me, Joe, and you have your fan going. I can't even do that.
Try it out, man. Home in
Try
out,
it
but
out. Try it.
and I'm glad that you heard that last night when I said that. I was like, all
Yes.
right, here's an option. I hope Ignacio's listening. Here it is.
Try it
RPC.
out. Try it out.
RPC.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else caught that one.
And there was one today that I was going to tag you in. I was watching, they had a clip where Christina was talking about she believes that when a woman's on her period, everything should be forgiven, or she should be able to do anything, including like hit and beat people. And then they just have
Yeah.
that defense. And I'm like, hmm.
Yeah, well, Christina is a bit of an extremist sometimes because mm, if that's the case, well, would you forgive a woman that commits murder because she's on her period?
No, we
Isn't
don't.
that isn't that anti-feminist?
Listen, they
I don't
had the
know anymore.
purge one time a year. One time a year was the purge. Could you imagine a week, a month, 3 days, 4 days every month of women being able to do whatever they want to do?
Only 3 days of my it's a story of my life. Yeah, no, that would be tricky.
Tricky indeed. And yeah, I mean, I can't deal with it now, and she's not allowed to do anything like that. I can't. I can barely take her when she's normal. Shit. But speaking of normal, we have James in first. Hello, hello.
No, no, no. Hey, Marcus, someone beat James yesterday. I think it was Trev, but his comment got deleted.
Yeah, you know what it is? Is I think James. I noticed this morning. There's at least once or twice a week where he's posting something he's won from somebody. Oh, thanks for the giveaway. Thanks. And I was fortunate enough to win something last night on Legion of Comics, but I mean, once or twice a week he's posting stuff.
Yep, I won something too.
Yeah, you did. You,
A,
well,
a, a Thunder Rolled slab.
I might have to do a little cleaning before he gets here, but yes, yeah, and also Flo. He doesn't even say
Yes.
hello to anybody. He just says
Hey, Flo.
congrats
Thanks, guys.
under the bottom line. That guy goes and fresh from his red carpet smoking jacket engagement.
Oh yeah,
DJ Links.
DJ. DJ got invited to the premiere of Black Adam.
I'll put it to you this way: he invited The Rock to his premiere of Black Adam.
Oh, nice.
So, Chris, my fellow Texan,
Hey,
hello.
Chris.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Uh, what can you say?
No one is
Sucks.
injured.
I hope you're okay, and I hope you're getting paid, my man. I hope you're getting paid.
Yeah, that's the one of the most important things because uh, insurance companies have the money, so squeeze them dry
Does that
if
make
you
you a
can.
terrible person?
No, not at all. I worked in insurance for a long time, and they are the terrible persons. The company is terrible.
Yeah, they make us pay all this money in case. I think it was Chris Rock who said it shouldn't be called insurance. It should be in case shit. In case shit happens.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
I,
it's just
I
money you just spend.
yeah, it's like you're betting against a company that you're not gonna get into an accident. Okay, this is my bet this month. This is my bet this month. This month, and the same with uh, like the life policy, life insurance. Basically, you're betting against them that you're not going to die too soon.
And if you're
It's like
lucky
that.
enough to make it a horrible death, they'll give you extra money.
Yes, but don't commit suicide because that's not covered in the policy.
Some of them I hear do now.
Oh, that.
But you have to meet a couple of prerequisites, and I don't know what those
Yeah,
would be, but
I think there's a lot of money in those. Oh,
yeah,
come on.
that stinks. But to not have to pay lawyer or doctor bills can be very fortunate sometimes too. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and you have 2 years. If the law is kind of like the same as it is here, you have 2 years to reclaim basically again, just in case you want to make an extra dollar or two. Hey, Joe.
and un momento, por favor. There you go. See, when I did this, I was 8 years old.
Are you gonna tell the story after the intro?
We'll do the intro, or yeah, we'll make them wait. We'll make them wait.
Make them moist.
It builds suspense.
How you doing?
Yeah! Yeah!
Happened with these, and I do not know what the grade is yet, so we are going to find out together. Most likely a 9.8, but man, fingers crossed that it hits one of those higher numbers as well. So let's see. You get to see before I do. Let's see. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my God! Yes! Yes!
You about to get plugged, dude.
I can tell that I'm not a terrible person because I still get full enjoyment from seeing my friends happy like that.
Yeah, I always think about this when I see the intro, but hearing DJ promise he's about to plug someone always makes me think of that instead of what I thought before. I'm not going to expand on that, but seeing Mark so happy because of the 9999 in that slab, it's because Mark is an stoic person most of the time.
He is.
But seeing him like that,
And the thing is, too, is when he's not stoic, it's usually exaggerated. Like he'll make these faces that'll just be.
yeah, you're about to get plugged, DJ.
That's coming from the man. That's coming from the man. You could tell it's genuine when Mark has that. Like that was a genuine moment. So that makes
yeah. Oh God, what's going on?
Speaking of genuine moments, if you guys missed out on Mark's 1,500 subscriber giveaway, there are a few epic moments, Nazi talk notwithstanding, that went down last night, and I'm trying to figure out. I guess maybe it'll go into the outro.
I think it needs to go. No, Pen is already in the outro. I think it needs to go in the intro.
In the intro?
Yeah.
It'll go in the intro. But go check it out. You get a glimpse into another story that must be told by the man himself, and that's the story of the Panda Roll. But you can see glimpses of how and what happened during that story, but check it out.
Try it out.
Home here now. All right, so let's before I get into the finger story, let's expand on your plugging.
No. He
Wow.
Let's make them moist.
We'll discuss. Yeah. All right. So I was 8 years old. We were at the Green Acres Mall, which is in New York, and it was around Christmas time. And I was playing with an exercise bike, and I'm playing with the pedals, sitting on the floor playing. And then I hear a noise behind me, so I turn. And at the time, exercise bikes are really like normal bikes, so they have a chain and a sprocket instead of like the belt-driven stuff they have now. So I got my finger caught in between the chain and the sprocket,
Yeah.
and it spun around quick.
And
Finger-
it chopped off.
Clean break, right? Clean cut right there. Fingertip on the floor. I was with my grandmother and my mom and my little sister at the time, and mom was freaking out. Of course, grandma, cool as a cucumber, asks for a cup of ice, puts the fingertip in the cup of ice. We get in the ambulance. We go away, and this was right before. This is my luck. This is right before they start reattaching fingers and stuff. This is like 1980, 81.
Yeah.
But oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Before that, they used to put cow udders on fingertips.
See, and this is why I go at him the way I go at him, Ignacio.
I think you're soft.
No,
You could go harder.
This is a layered reference right now because you don't know the Jetsons, you don't know what Mr. Spacely and where George worked, but I know, and but at the time I think it was $35,000 for it. $35,000.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess at the time it was good, but coming
Did you
from,
see any of it, or it was all family expenditure?
It was all essentially because there were times we were on welfare cheese that it paid the rent and
Nice.
other stuff. So, but it came in later on in life where I'm like, I want to play guitar.
Fuck you.
I can't play guitar, and I'm not.
Yeah,
Jerry.
you can always lower the first or sixth, in this case, the sixth string, and C D. I think it's D. You tune it to D, and you can basically play with one finger simple metal chords or grunge
All right,
chords.
Ignacio, I'm asking you to be in my corner now, not to fucking go against me now, Ignacio. Okay?
No, I'm trying to tell you that you can try.
I've
on.
tried. I don't
okay.
have the patience or the talent for it, is what I'm trying to say. But I'm trying to
neither
work.
have I.
I'm trying to work the system to try to get money. What was the other
Let
thing?
me ask you something. Sorry to interrupt again, but after this happened, see that you told me that your little sister was there. Does she get to keep all her fingers, or maybe your mom used the same method on her?
First of all, my mom did not use the method on me. And I don't know what kind of family you come from, Ignacio, but
hey, dude, I still have my 10 fingers.
we drew the line at beatings, and just because I got one doesn't mean she got one.
Okay.
And then, of course, the double entendre reference, sexual from Panda. Yes, we did. Yes. I still have most of my tips. So, but it's like I could use a bit more money now. So I wish the statute of limitation was a little bit longer. So,
Well, Elijah has 10 fingers.
yeah. I guess that's all a dad can want, right?
Yeah.
Chop and drop. Hello.
Great job. Yeah, at least it was a clean cut. At least they didn't try to reattach it and try out with you. Imagine if it got.
Sometimes, yes, I do imagine that I had 10 fingers.
Oh, dude. Imagine if they tried to reattach it and they fucked it up.
Right. And then I was in there doing my thing and then broke off.
Yeah, no.
You
You got infected and they had to chop your hand off. Because that's what happened. at first. The
Yep.
limb had to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, I count myself fortunate. I mean, it's only a fingertip. It's provided not only pleasure for me, but pleasure for a few other people in my life. Brings pleasure to the comic book community. So,
But how hard it was to get used to it. Did you ever got used to it really? I mean, yeah, of course you did because I just made a horrible joke
I
at your
couldn't.
expense.
I couldn't look at it. It's not horrible. I mean, going through it at the time, being a kid and being sensitive, it was tough. I couldn't even look at it the first couple of months because it was scabbing over and. But I
Like
mean,
E.T.'s finger.
there you go. And you know how some people are double jointed and they can do that.
Mm, mm.
Okay, but there's a certain feeling you get when you're able to do this, and I kind of
Yeah.
I have a phantom feeling.
Oh, nice.
Only I can't do that. So.
There are some useless skills we have that maybe the other day I was thinking I was preparing food for Astor.
Zartan was there. I've known Zartan since the 4th grade, so he was there at the beginning. So all I used to do in the beginning was this. And just like you're laughing now, a lot of people laughed back then. So
Excellent. That brings joy.
see, there you go. So my sacrifice brings joy to people.
You're like Jesus.
Therefore, I am a good man. Move over, Chip Getler.
Here comes Mickey.
You were thinking about Astor.
Oh yeah, I was preparing a sunray, a fruit for Astor, and I was peeling an apple, and I realized that I can peel an apple in one go. And that's something I learned because I wanted to do it when I was a kid. So I taught myself to do that stupid shit.
Very satisfying. It's one of those.
Yeah, but so useless. Who cares if you can do that?
They've never complained. They've never had somebody recoil. They always want to hear the story. Or they go, oh, I never noticed. Really don't look at people's hands.
Oh, I felt it was looser inside my pussy when you were fisting me, but I didn't notice you were missing a finger.
See,
that was too long.
Yeah, maybe a self-proclaimed nice guy.
No, nice guy is not the proper term.
I don't know.
What's the proper term? Good guy. Nice guy is the asshole that pretends to be nice. Nice guy is the dude that makes friends with women just to fuck them, but when they don't want to fuck them, he then berates them and mistreats them and even sometimes gets out of hand. That's a nice guy. In the current internet vernacular.
Okay.
Did I use that word correctly? Vernacular?
Vernacular? Yes, I think so.
Okay.
As the kids call it nowadays, vernacular, yes.
Yes, of course.
So, with that being said, do you proclaim yourself a nice guy, good guy, or other?
I like to think, and this is something I've been kind of fighting with myself throughout the years. I like to be fair. I like to be just. Because it's neither good nor bad, it's fair, it's just, it's balanced. And I struggle with balance.
Perfect.
Because So I I think I am nice. I try to be polite. I try to be kind because deep inside, I don't want to be sometimes. And those intrusive thoughts of wanting to be a monster, I basically kill them with kindness inside of myself. Because there's a song by, I think it's Hey Ryan, by Jerry Cantrell, uh, from Alice in Chains, that says, in the end, all the roles we act out become our identity. In the end, we are what we pretend to be. So if you pretend to be nice enough, you become a nice person, I think.
So let me throw this wrench at you. Are you being a good guy or a nice guy if you're not being truthful in the way you feel?
It all depends if the other person gets hurt. Sometimes you need to swallow your feelings because they don't matter, just so you don't hurt someone else. You know, but because not everyone can handle the truth. For example, Tom Cruise in that movie, he couldn't handle the truth. But uh, uh, being truthful, it's usually better for oneself because basically you're telling your truth, you're spitting it out into the world, and let whoever hear you deal with it with your truth. But sometimes your truth can hurt. And if you care about the other person and the truth you're spitting out doesn't change the world, then just fucking shut up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on the other side of that. Like I
Bring it on. I
feel
like it.
to be in full control of what you want, you have to have all the information, whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying this too, never, just fully doing what you just said and just, protecting others with my false kindness.
It's not false because you're being kind. You're censoring yourself from speaking your truth because it wouldn't change a thing, but you not speaking it makes someone else happy or keep someone else. I mean, it's like we do with our kids. I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I will. It's lying to our kids to make them happy. How about Santa Claus? I hate that dude. But probably my son will believe in him for a while because that will make him happy. And then I will have to break the truth and tell him, hey, I've been lying to you all this time. You're a sucker.
The way I approach that one is like, if Elijah ever asks me a question, I'm going to answer him truthfully. This whole Santa Claus thing has never come up.
Oh, no?
No, he's a smart kid, and he's figured out on his own that there's no Santa Claus. He doesn't have anybody to tell him. But like the past 2 years, he's been like, keep asking him for, what do you want from Santa for Christmas? He's like, Santa will know. I don't have to tell. He'll know. Like,
Oh, yeah, it backfired.
yeah. So he's that kind of a kid where he didn't ask, but he kind of knows like what's
He's in
up.
on the joke. He's
Yeah.
in on the joke. He turned the joke on you. He turned the lie on you.
Right.
Basically, oh, you've been lying to me all this time. Okay, Santa,
Yeah.
you will know.
Same thing with like the Tooth Fairy or those damn elves on
Oh,
the shelf we were participating in the past few years. We had to move them and all sorts of stuff.
oh, oh yeah, that's cool because it's kind of scary at the same time. Well, they all are kind of scary. Drag, how are you, man?
Um,
I so wanted to win that print, that shredder print from Drag. I was
Yes.
hoping.
And I apologize. I know that Drax mystery boxes are coming soon. $125 price point shipped to the US, including one of those prints. And
No, the possibility of one of those prints.
I
It's
thought the
not
print,
a given.
thought
I
the
don't
print-
know. Let's.
Yeah, Drac, clarify. I think the prints were included because he had mentioned if you don't want the print, don't buy the box.
Oh, okay.
But
So I misheard.
If you want the remark, there's a little bit of confusion as to what's going to go on as far as the remark. But yeah.
You know what, Drag? You just take some blood, use your fingerprint in every print. There you go. That's my remark, suckers.
See, that's what I was doing. I was remarking my mystery box.
You were remarking a bike.
This is what I was.
That's an expensive remark, Nick.
Yeah, it sure was.
I mean, in regards to what DJ said, laughing about what Drag said about sending the print back, and he remarks it and then he sends it back again. I mean, do you want the remark or not, fucker? Put the work.
I see I see where Drac is coming from. He doesn't want to, push into that whole belief that, all the popular YouTubers get, stacked boxes. So there we go. Another good guy.
Yeah, we're all good in this community until we prove we're not. Until we prove we're human.
And honestly, I don't know if that's the way to go about it, but the way I do it, I trust you until there's a reason not to.
Yeah, I do the same, and I've been burned so many fucking
and
times.
I don't know if that's a naive way. That is the naive way. But I mean, you can't.
I think I don't know, man. In my defense, I mean, to justify the way I am in that case, we are the same. I say that I rather not spend the time thinking you're gonna fuck me over and trusting you, and then when you fuck me over, oh no, it hurts so much more because I wasn't expecting it, and it's more effective because now I hate you, and you can go fuck yourself.
Right, you go into a thing thinking it's just gonna be, hey, I'm just gonna have, I'm gonna draw a few pictures on here, and then people act up, and before you know it, you're under a table in the Jacob Javits.
Poor woman. There you go. I didn't know where people equals shit was going to fit in, but there it fits perfectly. That's the hole the title is filling. Because what happened to Peach Momoko was awful.
But having been a native New Yorker, there's always a possibility.
Yeah, of course. We've seen the movies.
If you don't do what a New York crowd wants you to do, they're gonna let you know they're unhappy about it. And it's not gonna be like, oh, hey man, that's not right. They're gonna talk about your mother, your grandmother, your dead mother's mother.
They're gonna be Joey Diaz in the train, the Spider-Man movie. Hey, motherfucker, sucker!
What's up, you cocksuckers?
You mess with the kid, we mess with New York, cocksucker.
And that's a Jersey guy, no less. But the vibe is the same.
Yeah, I knew you were going to make the difference.
Well, there is. I mean, people on the outside don't understand. They don't understand. It even gets granular to
parts of Jersey,
towns between the 5 boroughs, also between towns in Brooklyn.
I mean, yeah, I understand. It's like neighborhood wars or turfs.
Yep.
It's understandable. Come out and play.
Great day. It's always a great day to get your balls like motherfuckers. Yeah, I mean, so you brought up the topic late last week after the show, and I didn't want to ask you what you meant because I like to go into these shows spontaneously.
Yeah.
So, what was your thinking behind this week's topic?
I've been experiencing, not myself, because the world is smiling upon me and all I do is win, which is a
Let,
great
let me
change of.
let me stop you right there, guys. This week, my lovely, beautiful, handsome, masculine co-host has his art in the Do a Powerbomb letter section this week. Issue number 5. So not only do you have to have ASM Spider-Man number 797 to be a part of the Louis Club, now you have to have Do a Powerbomb number 5 to become part of the Ignacio 1v1 video game Street Fighter homage club. So
Thank you, Nick. Yeah, so everything, the world's smiling on me. It's not laughing at me anymore. But I've seen some things these past weeks of people being shitty to people, and they brought that Slipknot song on repeat into my head because it always happens in the or at least in this situation it happened with the people you least expected or the people who shouldn't do it, with your family, with coworkers, people you trust. And also brings to me the song, the Nine Inch Nails song, "Would you be the hand that feeds you, or would you stay down on your knees?" Because there's been a situation in my wife's place of work, and she's starting to feel rebellious, and she's trying to basically figure out if she's going to bite back or she's going to stay on her knees, because her brother was working for the same company, still is, but basically they fucked him over. And well, my wife is completely pissed off. So he's debating, okay, am I going to stay quiet or am I going to make waves? And here's what I shut up about my truth and let her make her choice. Because for me, if she gets rowdy, she gets loud, she gets annoying, and she gets fired, for me it's excellent because she cashes a check and she stays at home, takes care of the kid, and I get to work and I get to sleep like a human.
See, so
Again.
that's what I mean. Kindness.
But that's not what it's all about. It's not about me. It's about her brother, and her work and their work. So it's not my place to incite the event. Whatever happens.
Push it to a resolution.
Yeah, no, I've done that so many times. And you become a master manipulator of someone else's feelings, and in the end, it's all it turns dark really fast.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. It didn't dawn on me that was a Slipknot song. Also, that was off Iowa.
I think so.
Yeah. It's on my gym playlist too. But yeah, you kind of sit back and you smile, and knowing also that you're not you keep your mouth quiet. This way, if it comes to a head, you can't absorb any of the blame either. So
yeah, definitely.
But then, having a woman think about it, they're like, "Oh, but why didn't you stop me? You should have stopped me." They can blame you.
No. I've learned throughout the years that what I do is I ask questions. I don't give my opinion. I ask questions. Do you really feel like this is the way to go? Do you really think this is what happened? Do you could it be that this is another option? Could this have happened instead of this? Do you think that if this happens, this third thing will happen? And then, okay, you give me the answer that you want to hear, basically.
It's a lot better than these are not the droids you're looking for.
Oh, but I so wish that was a thing.
Andor, very good this week, even though I know you're not keeping up with it.
I tell you, man, Disney should hire me. I'm gonna throw it out there. Maybe it happens like 10 years into the future, 20. But I would like to see a series. Yeah, it will be a PG-13 series of Endor, not Andor, Endor, the moon, with Ewoks fighting the rebels and the Empire, because these fuckers are putting the Ewoks and their moon in the middle of their war. So it's Ewoks fighting for their freedom. And of course, Ewoks are cannibals.
Well, not
So
cannibals.
it's
They eat human. They don't eat each other.
yeah, but if something is human, it eats human flesh. Because we are human, you're a cannibal. Because it hurts us. It's a space racism, but we're not going to enter into that subject now.
Yeah, and I was kind of thinking about that earlier, and having been on the stream last night and a whole bunch of talk about showers and Nazis and
Rob was on fire last night.
he sure was. He sure was. I think it may be coming soon.
Oh, Sartre is a smart man.
He can be. He can be. But he also likes to argue also, so.
Oh, I love to argue too. But
so let me ask this one also. Have you done what's your favorite kind of terrible person?
my
Do you
favorite
like
kind of-
do you like the guy who pisses you off when you're driving? And I consider these to be terrible things.
Okay, you give me yours and I'll give you mine after I hear yours because I need to think.
I don't know. I find myself going to the basis form or my ultimate anger when I'm driving. And it could be something I do to people on the regular, but if somebody cuts me off, doesn't put the blinker on, doesn't, speeds up, doesn't let me in, I always consider these to be the ultimate offense. And I form the worst expletive laden response to them when my family's not in the car.
Okay.
So for me, that's one of them. Another one would be a person who uses something, and actually you're seeing a lot of this in the community now too, and I hate to say it. A person who uses something they're not involved in at all for their prosperity or gain. Yes, and Texas is terrible on it. I haven't come across too many Jeffrey Dahmers in my life, so that's what I mean by terrible people. I haven't, and I don't know if it's because I like to keep to myself, or I have kept to myself, or I've been very fortunate, but haven't come in contact with many terrible people.
But what's the worst thing a person you know have done? Because what you're telling me is like mild cases of terrible people.
Or some people might not even see it as terrible, but for me, that's what it comes about.
Yeah, no, taking credit or using someone else's experience to benefit. Drag has a point.
Always does.
But I agree with you on that, because basically you're a social leech. You're draining someone else's resources to be higher on the scale, on the what do you call it, the ladder. But to me, the worst people are those that the wolf in sheep's clothing, the people that are there for you and then suddenly they betray you, or you find out they have been fucking you over for a while. That kind of person really grinds my gears and makes me plan murders. Well, that's what I do when I don't want to do it. Actually, want to do it. If I think if I actually wanted to do that, I would invite them home and say they attacked me in my house.
And then hit them with the axe.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
those people that, or the gaslighters, the people that gaslight you because they want to be in the right. Oh yeah, I know. I sent him a PDF each week.
and Ryan's in the car on the run weekly, as we see on at week's end. So
He's always on the run. Oh, yeah. There's a song that goes like that. Always on the run. Yeah. Oh, am I a Jeffrey Dahmer that never became a serial killer?
maybe.
I don't know.
CJ.
I know. Hey, Comic Journey. I yesterday. I don't know if you heard it, but Rob Fat Stax did an excellent impression of Comic Journey.
Had not hear it. Where was it?
I think was it Wednesday on Chris the Comic Bet's channel. I told him it needed less face and more cocaine, but it was pretty pretty on point.
Hey, but I mean, Linx just met Comic Journey this past weekend in New York Comic Con, and swears by him. He says he's the sweetest guy. He was the sweetest guy. So,
Oh, they're killing your persona, man. No, I know he is sweet. And he says he's fat, but I saw a picture of him covering his face with a bad idea banner, and he's not fat, so he's lying all the time.
all the time, oft imitated, never duplicated.
Thank the Lord, Chip Gedler and his only son, Nicky Boy.
Thank you, Chip. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. See, there you go. Comic Journey.
There you go.
Greek God. Does that mean he has no arms and his dick is hanging out? Or am I just thinking of Michelangelo's? I'm probably incorrect in saying that one.
Oh, you're using the reference to the Venus de Milo.
Venus de Milo, yes.
Well, it's good.
I don't know.
No, I'm going to expand on the shitty people. I know a lot of people that are worse than me, but in these last years, I have met the worst people I have ever met in my life. When I met some of the members of my wife's family, yeah, and of course, in my family, there are awful people too. So that kind of prepared me for her family.
See,
I think we all have.
We're 45 minutes in now, but I feel the need to ask you about that.
About
Like, what do you
who,
mean? Like, can you expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that I'm glad they had kids because I have my wife, but there are people that shouldn't reproduce, man.
Now, do you think they're that way on purpose?
Oh no, they are sick. It's a sickness. It's all so of course it starts as a sickness, and then at some point you choose to be like that and don't do anything to make it better.
Right. Because I don't think if nobody stands up to oppose you or point you out, then you just think you're doing okay.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems. You think you have all the answers and that you're on the right, and then okay, you're gonna keep thinking that.
I'd like to know how you come up with that number.
He did the research.
Oh.
He time traveled. He took the hell,
Time
Kyle.
traveled
How are you, man?
Promiscuously.
Yeah, basically he hitchhikes in the time highway, and whoever gives him a ride, he fucks.
All right. So never enough Nicks. Hello. Says 30.
Well,
I see you're 30 and double it. Yeah.
Well, the other day I found out that your never enough Nick's theory has a kink in its armor. When I don't know if I want to expand on that.
Yeah, I've ran into it too. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but for me, there was a comic shop that I was dealing with that wasn't on the up and up with me, so I was a little bit upset.
I don't know if we're talking about the same
No, we're
person.
not.
I'm talking about okay.
So yeah, now I need you to expand it.
I'm talking about Nick GQ that was on the Pressable Defects channel this past week about some beef that happened on NYCC, and that dude was so hard to follow, man. Too loud, too all over the place. I don't know if he was right or he was wrong about what he was saying. It was just too hard to follow him. I tried. I listened to all the interview, but it was exhausting.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the same guy who put out the. Do I want to say homage?
Ultimate Fake Out?
Yeah, I want to say parody, maybe. I guess parody is a better one.
Yeah, parody is the right usage. Dude.
But yeah, he's the one who put that. I know of him. I don't know what he's all about though. No, I had him.
Ultimate Fake Out, exactly.
Yeah, is that Monday night it was on?
I think so. It was hard. It was hard. It wasn't an easy interview or conversation to have, and the intensity of the dude was over the top for me. I'm not used to that kind of people for so long. I tend to walk away.
So
but the subject was important or interesting because it dealt with the issue of variant covers and the right of usage of one's art to do another variant. But I think who puts it better, who would have thunk it, was Mark in the comments. It wasn't a matter about a beef or a problem that happened because of variants in New York Comic Con. This was a group of friends having a fallout, basically, because of money, which is sad, but happens.
Yeah. and
I'd rather it be for money than other things, like the Clayton Crane cuckold gate, for example.
Yeah, that's Well, is he a terrible guy?
I don't know all the situation.
Yeah,
If I only hear the bell from the dude, the Black Flag Comics,
Mhm.
of course he's a terrible guy. But if you analyze that video he posted, you realize that he's behaving like a little kid. So, and in this relationship stuff, there's not 100% the fault or the responsibility of one of the sides. It's all shared.
Maybe it was true love between April and Clayton.
Who knows? Maybe it was.
Can't.
We should try to hear Clayton and April's side of the story.
No, I don't think we ever will.
No. But it was a kind of a situation in which, yeah, an artist that worked with a publisher or comic shop and profited from the relationship basically did something that went against the relationship, and there were differences. There were different points of view expressed because the artist was in the chat.
Mhm.
So there was his bell or their bell was heard too. But in the end, I don't agree with any of them because their behavior is not agreeable. What they are doing to express uh, uh, to solve or finish this issue, it's not good. It's not at least for me. It's not. They're not doing it in a good way. They're not doing it in a good way.
Right, and I think that harkens back to what I was saying earlier, that people are really just discussing things that really have no skin in the game. I don't know if that's the proper term.
Well, no. In this case, they both were making money of this project, so they both had skin in the game. But and the guys from Pressable Defects are giving one of the dudes a platform to talk about it, but they didn't know what was going to be talked about. So they are not responsible for the opinions and content of the.
Yeah, I think that's one of the disclaimers I also need to add to the intro.
Yeah, for you. Yeah,
Listen,
you need to distance a little bit from me.
I don't know what I did to this guy Ignacio, but he's been every turn he's been pointing out how much he doesn't like me these days.
I think they're jealous, Nick. They're jealous that I am here and they are not here. I mean,
No, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I need to get to the bottom of that.
It's like the playground. Oh, maybe he's taunting you because he wants you to feel bad and he wants to steal your fantastic Silver Surfer.
That's courtesy of Zartan, actually.
There you go. Yeah, see, Drag has a point here. If you have a problem with a dude, you talk with the dude. I mean, and I've learned this because I've been on the receiving end and I've been on the giving end of this situation in which one acts over the top against someone else, a friend. And I have friends. Have you had friends breakups?
What do you mean?
When you break up with a friend?
No, I've had I haven't had specific instances where it's been like, all right, this is the situation. We're done. Not like that. I've had slow ghosting or like,
Nah.
hey, you know, so and so is going to be there. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to. So those kind of things.
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes for me, it's not worth it getting to that final. I'm just like, I don't want to be bothered. So
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's the sanest way, I think.
did you just you just called me sane?
Sanest in the
Okay.
context.
Okay. All right.
Don't
Thank you.
go climbing on a high horse, please.
Well, listen, I was ready. Yeah, Spurs are jangling. I can do that here in Texas. All right, so basically they went in on an exclusive in a con in Florida. One of the dudes reused that exclusive and replaced the Florida with the NYCC. So he's paying for it once and making money off it a few different times.
No, the one who used the art for the New York City Comic Con exclusive was the artist that created the piece of art. Basically, it's a sketch. It's a book of colors that this dude Kyle Willis does. He does collage, and he homages colors doing collage with pieces of comics. And exactly, the artist reused the cover. That's the thing. If there was a proper contract here, this wouldn't have happened. This discussion wouldn't have happened. Because if you are legally bound to not use the cover again, because it's exclusive of for those people, for that event, then there's a breach of contract. And then you are legally on the wrong. There you go. But the artist here basically took advantage of the situation that, hey, I already have this product ready to print. I only have to change this logo. And instead of saying Florida Con exclusive, I put New York Comic Con exclusive. I change the foil color to another color of foil, and I have another exclusive. And this is the problem for me. This is why it's interesting. It's how long are we going to ignore the fact that this is the 90s all over again?
Been hearing that a lot lately. And how the 90s spec boom is rearing its head again. You know, and they're just, like you said, changing the slightest little color, or they're changing the font. I mean, everything nowadays seems to be, you know, a 301 homage or a Spider-Man.
Let me ask you something, Nick. And I'm sorry I'm going to do this, but I already talked about your 10 fingers today, so let's go. How many webhead variants do you have?
Oh, I continue to buy them.
I know.
I can't
I
give you.
know.
I've got a few in the mail I'm waiting for. So you're saying I'm part of the problem then?
We all are. I did variants too. I would be a hypocrite if I told you, oh no, you are part of the problem. No, I am part of the problem too, because I like money. You like the covers? I will provide the covers.
God damn it.
You're addicted. Okay, I'm going to provide for your addiction. I'm going to sell you this fix of this little glimpse of another color. I know. I mean, I understand. And I try to not do variants in every project I do. But that's the name of the game. I have to play the game or drown because there's not enough income. I don't know. I don't really know. That's one of the things that makes me happy about being able to work on a original graphic novel, there's no variance. It's just one book, one cover. There's no speculation. It's just a book that sells or doesn't sell on its own. There's no gimmick. There's no variance. There's no, oh, we put this person in the cover. The content is trash, but the cover is one of a kind, or at least one of 1,000.
I was looking for the Killaroo Spider-Man 1 homage that I don't have.
Yeah, that's
But
we
it was
know what you're
beautiful.
talking about.
Buy that for
Yeah,
nothing.
but it could have been an extra page with a pinup gallery. You know, that's what I told Darren. That's what I tell everyone. Okay, if we're going to do variants, let's put all the covers inside as a pinup gallery also. Because if people buy one of the covers, they don't get to see the others.
Hmm.
And if we're going for exposure and not for only money, then we should put them in the back, at the back.
There you go.
I don't know. I think it's I'm me trying to balance my own greed.
But I mean, honestly,
I said
it's
it right.
hard. It's hard to come up with anything original nowadays.
No, but I understand what Drag says. He prefers not to homage, but to create something that comes from his sensitivity instead of someone else's. But dude, the homage Drag did, it's amazing.
And with his own take.
Yeah, and
Same thing with Austin's. As I look at Austin's right now,
I was about to say that. And it's always the turtles. Why is that?
yeah, I don't know. Terrible people, everybody. Everybody's a terrible person.
Everyone is a terrible person in someone else's story.
All right, maybe I'll share it on. I was in New York one day, and I forget. I was with Zartan, as a matter of fact. And there was a writing on the wall. I think it said, "Fuck people, love money," or the opposite. I don't know how it. I don't know how it applies, but I lost my train of thought. I'm thinking of space racism now, and I don't know how to apply it. And I think we'll just no. Before we go,
Yeah.
No sexy suggestions this week.
No.
But
go find your own comics.
Yes, let's. No, go find Do a Power Bomb #5 for sure.
Yes.
We'll go into this for next week. Next week being very important, and I think we all agree cancer is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
The worst. So this year, Comics Curing Cancer, October 21st through the 23rd. Starting this Friday morning on the Legion of Comics Hangout.
No, next Friday morning.
Next Friday. Thank you. I keep thinking it's this weekend.
Yeah, you scared me.
This is the direct link to donate if you choose. It's tagged down in the description. Starting next Friday with the Legion.
Wait. There's already donations there.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Starting this next Friday on Legion of Comics Hangout, there will be no shortage of amazing artists, amazing stuff people have donated for your donation considerations. Having been part of this last year and seeing how special it was, it's fantastic to see it again this year. And all of the highlight moments and one low light moment. Come out, hang out, have a good time, spend some money. More importantly, try to kick cancer in the nuts financially by trying to eradicate it. So
Yeah,
here's
don't go kicking someone with cancer in the nuts, you assholes.
yes, don't do that. Don't do that. That would shoot you up to the top of the lists of terrible people.
Yeah.
But
Even if the person with cancer is a terrible person, you would be worst.
the difference this year, it's going to be a 3-day event, not 24 hours like it was last year. Starting Friday morning, running Friday evening, and all the major shows on our little corner of the world. Legion of Comics Hangout in the mix.
I'll be there.
Slab Hub, Tylox Hangout with your Kangout, Remy's Place, and culminating Sunday afternoon in one massive auction. And honestly, guys, I have seen some of the stuff behind the scenes, and you're not going to want to eat this week just so you can save money to get some of the stuff that's going to be offered next week. So
Just imagine, guys, DJ and Mark got together and gave away an Ultimate Fallout 4. What can be in store for this?
and we raised a little over $8,000 last year. And honestly, and I'm going to say it here first, and I'm not putting pressure. I'm just saying what I think is possible this year. I think it's going to be possible that we raise over $15,000 this year. Just with the stuff that I've seen, it's fantastic, and I'm proud of all my guys, especially Rob Fat Stax for coordinating everybody. But everybody just chipping in, doing their part, going above and beyond, extending themselves and their comfortabilities and reaching out to people. It's just a fantastic thing that I see going on. So, see.
There you go, DJ. Oh, I need to speak to you about something, an idea I have.
Yes, and if you guys need me to clarify this acronym, let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. Unfortunately, I don't think there'll be anybody shaving their beard this year like Chris did last year. But no, I'm telling you, not even to stop buying variants. I'm saying don't even eat, because there's one of a kind stuff coming down the pipe all next weekend that you're going to want to be part of. So, and that's what I like.
Be there or be as Rob said it last night. If you're not there, you love cancer and you're a Nazi cancer-loving cancer, whatever. Something like that.
Plucking one hair out, Panda, does not constitute shaving your balls.
Yeah, you should have shaved your balls before doing that to my slab, my second slab.
I don't know what you're complaining about because it's coming to my house before it goes to you. So I have to.
You're gonna get all the smell.
Thank everyone for coming.
I wish someone offered to shave my balls, Nick. You should count yourself lucky that Panda wants to shave your balls.
He won't do it. He had the opportunity, Iggy. Just me and him alone late at night after drinking.
A razor and a whiskey.
He didn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have let him after drinking all night.
He didn't even make a move. That's what I'm saying. Appreciate
he was expecting you to roll him over.
We love each and every one of you, and I hope that you guys think that we're not terrible people. Iggy's not Jeffrey Dahmer, even though he aspires to be sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got nothing else, Iggy. What do you got to say? Anything else to close it?
I don't know. We still have a show before C3, so no. I might have. Oh yeah, one thing. Now that my art got published on Do a Powerbomb, maybe for the 500 giveaway, I could print some of that image, sign it, and send it your way, so we can use it for the 500 giveaway.
You know, and I've been really lax about that whole thing. I haven't been pushing as I should have. That I should.
Yeah.
Being in the office, having this done, I think took priority. But that I'll start ramping that up again. Yeah, that'd be a fantastic idea. It'd be a fantastic idea. Thank you, sir.
No, come on. We're in this together. And now that print will have a little more meaning to it.
And I'm just going to say thank you. And to close the show, Iggy, NYCC 2024.
You guys already saw it? Let me see it. Oh shit! Oh, y'all see that?
So, Tyler, do you want to build a snowman to plow away all night? It doesn't have to be a snowman. It can be me.
I'll be clipping that too.